Hello, NICC students. Today we're going to take a more in-depth look at how your degree plan at NICC is split up. And so to do this, we're going to think about using our degree audits, which is that individual plan working our way to graduation, and kind of break it down a little bit in terms of what some of this terminology means, breaking down some of the higher education jargon, and better understanding what our specific personalized route towards graduation looks like, which is going to be dependent on your career goals, your specific degree plan, and your interests as well. So, first thing we want to do is think about how our degree plans are split up. So everyone, regardless of your degree, is going to have general education requirements. And so your general education classes are split up with the goal of meeting certain ILOs, or institutional learning outcomes. And so we'll take a look at those in a second, but just take notes that these are the icons you see below. The second thing that everyone will have is degree program core requirements. And so these are specific courses in your discipline that are going to fit the needs of your certain degree program. So in other words, if you are in a particular degree, there may be certain courses that are required for you to take to graduate. The last one is your electives. And so your electives are the courses that are going to be of your choice within a certain area or based on your interest. In other words, general education classes, a little mix of unique courses, degree program core requirements, which are going to be specific courses in your area of study, and electives, certain ones that you may have a choice on in your area of study, along with some interest mixed in as well. So, more about the general education requirements. You can see below that we have 5 ILOs, which are including native cultures, communication, critical, analytical, and creative thinking skills, research, investigative skills, and diversity, and wellness. And so in each of these areas, we have certain goals that we want our students to meet. So in other words, we want all of our students to grow in native cultures. And to do this, they're going to take a native languages course, which will be between 3 to 4 credits. So most of our courses are going to be about 3 credit hours. So taking one course, in other words, in native language, and one course in native history. So taking a course in both of these is going to fulfill the requirement of growing in native cultures at NICC. And keep in mind that there may be other opportunities to take Native American Studies courses in some of the other ILOs as well. And so in the second one, you'll have a similar thing where you'll have a goal of taking 6 credits or 2 courses in written communication and 1 course in oral communication. And that's going to fulfill your communication requirements. So for example, a composition class and a speech course could fit this requirement. And so we have the same thing over here in ILO 3, where you'll take arts and humanities, quantitative reasoning like math, and also a science course. So we can see exactly how many credits are required in each area. The next step comes in is how do we know which classes qualify for meeting those requirements? And so in order to find this out, we're going to pull up a degree audit form. This may look familiar to you, and keep in mind that this one is labeled General Liberal Arts, but everyone will have a slightly different variation depending on your degree program. So we still have the main components, where we have general education. So for example here, we have that same requirement of ILO 1, native cultures. We want all of our students to grow in native cultures. They do this by taking a native language class and a native history class. So in order to better understand which courses fulfill this requirement, we can actually look over at the course codes. So a course that's labeled NASP 1410, which is the little set of letters and numbers that's on the schedule next to the course name, are courses that fulfill this requirement. So in other words, if someone is taking NASP 1410 or Omaha Language 1, they will be fulfilling this requirement for native languages. So that course will be included right here, as well as the semester you took it, the year, and the grade. All grades that fit A through D are fulfilling that requirement, except for transfer courses, which need to be a C or better to fulfill that requirement. It's the same thing with the native history courses. These course codes fit what's on the schedule, fulfill a requirement, semester, year, and grade. And once those 2 courses have been taken and passed, you'll then see that you are hitting the requirement for native cultures. And it works the same way for the other ILOs with communication, critical, creative, and critical, analytical, and creative thinking skills. And then of course we have our research, investigative skills, diversity, as well as wellness. And following, you'll see that there is a set of your emphasis requirements. And so this will be specific courses in your discipline. GLA, General Liberal Arts, is a little unique here, but most of you will have a set list of courses that will be required to take. And then there's also an elective section, and this is where you'll have a little bit more choice about what you want to take. And at the very end, you'll see that your courses are tabulated at the end. Do you fulfill the credit requirements as well as the elective requirements to be able to graduate? And so 60 credits minimum is what is required. So when we put all of these things together, we can see that our degrees are split up with your general education requirements, which are based on the institutional learning outcomes, your general program core requirements, dependent on the discipline, and then the electives, which are based on your career and interests as well. So in each of these areas, we have somewhat choice, but it is based on certain parameters that we want all of our students to grow. And so if you do have any questions, please be sure to reach out to your student service advisor and your faculty advisor as well. So we are here to help support you in your own journey, which is unique to you, unique to your program. And of course, we look forward to working with you as you work towards your graduation date. Thank you very much.